I don't eat perfectly. In all of my books, the first thing I tell people is, I'm never gonna ask you to eat perfectly.
Yeah.
Like, let's be realistic. I'm not perfect. I mean, I had Fat Burger yesterday.
You did?
I love Fat Burger.
Me
like,
too.
it's one of my joints.
Me too.
And so I'll have a burger. Now, do I have Fat Burger? I have it maybe once every couple months or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna have, when I go to New York, I'm gonna have a slice of pizza.
Yeah.
It's a New York slice. Say what intermittent fasting is.
Okay.
It's not starvation. People see the word fasting and they think that they're not gonna eat for a long time.
Right.
It's intermittent, which means on and off fasting. So on and off eating. So basically you have two windows. You have a feeding window or an eating window. You will eat from this hour to this hour, all of your meals and snacks, and that's the only time you'll eat. Then you have what's called your fasting window. Okay. And this is why intermittent fasting works for a lot of things it works for. It works because your body needs energy all day. While you're sleeping, while you're talking, taking a shower, whatever, having sex, you need energy, okay? Your body typically will get the energy from the food that you eat, the calories.
Okay.
And your body stores calories in the form of glycogen, which is a glucose storage form, and fat. Fat is a storage form of energy. Let me give you some context. People say, what is good weight loss? Let's discuss that first, okay, if we can. Good weight loss, if you could lose on average 1 to 2 pounds a week, that is, any real nutritionist would be like, oh my goodness, that is wonderful.
This calories in, calories out model doesn't work at all. If you're trying to lose weight, what you need to do is
Dr. Jason Fung,
the founder of intermittent fasting, whose influential work could be the key
to a healthier and even longer life.
Every continent is seeing this increase in obesity, but we put the blame on the individual. The problem is there's something wrong with the message we're giving people, and I can go over a few examples. First of all, exercise is really good in a number of ways, but in terms of weight loss, it's actually very, very small effect. The whole idea that you need to eat as soon as you get up is just false. We know from twin studies that 70% of your risk of becoming obese is due to genetics, but it doesn't explain why the population became much more obese. And we know that you can't cure obesity by saying eat fewer calories. It's about fixing the hormones that are behind the calories. If you want to lose body fat, you actually need to extend the period of time that you're not eating.
What's the trigger here? Which is the hormone in the body that's the elephant in the room? It's insulin. Just like my last talk I told you about. Do you see how it's all coming together? The fats, the sugar, the weight, the fasting, it's all insulin. It's all about insulin. So what happens is that now the fats in your body say, okay, we are here, utilize us. The only way fat can come into utilization is the insulin levels must drop. The insulin holds the key to opening up the fat stores. It does not happen to you. Fasting doesn't kill people. What about protein? You got plenty of protein in your body. What about vitamins? You got at least a month's worth of vitamins in your body. What about energy? How much fat do I have? Do you know that I have enough fat in my body to last me at least 40 days? Pay attention to your body. Your body's telling you don't eat, then don't eat. You won't die. You might die from eating. Why did we stop listening to the body? Because you were told to stop listening to your body. By who were you told? The press, the media, people around you, maybe your parents, maybe your friends, that you got to eat 5 times a day. 5 times a day. Maybe 6 times a day you got to eat. This knowledge is totally false. This has all been documented over and over again. But there's no industry that's going to support me because there's no financial gain if you get better and younger and live longer. Because there's no one there to make money out of it. No one makes money when you fast, they lose money. The prevailing wisdom is that when you fast, oh, I'm going to get sleepy, I'm going to get tired, I need energy. And there's energy bars, there's those little drinks, energy drinks. And when you drink that, you're supposed to get energy. And it's not true. Oh yeah, you know, poor granny, we can't pull the tray away from her. But sometimes that's the best thing you could actually do. Give her lots of liquids and don't feed granny for 3 days if she's got dementia. Social services will be after you. What other agent helps you to express your SIRT1 better? It's omega-3. Now you know why I'm so anal about omega-3 levels. They need to be, so again, I can promise you not 90%, I think 95% of you in this room are probably omega-3 deficient. Now, may not be an absolute deficiency, but the ratio of your omega-3 to omega-6 is off. It should be ideally 1 to 1. But I bet you most of you are about 20 to 1. Why am I doing vitamin D3 levels on everybody in my office? Because one of the most important vitamin involved with gene expression is vitamin D. If you're vitamin D deficient, your gene expression is handicapped. So when things happen to you, or when you're not eating, or when you get sick, your body's genetic material cannot reveal itself in a normal way that you're supposed to. Do you understand what I'm saying about vitamin D? You're handicapping yourself in your own ability to repair your body because you're vitamin D deficient. And I can tell you right now, 90% of you are in this room are vitamin D deficient. They can lose weight just like that. They can't lose weight. They cannot. I've done it. I've given insulin for 25 years to my patients and I yell at them and nothing happens. So long as their insulin levels are high, they cannot lose weight. And let me tell you something else, the mortality is also higher. So the bone marrow, when you eat, makes stem cells. Have you heard of stem cells? No, it'll cost you $1 million. Just go out and get some. It'll cost you a whole lot of money and it won't work. Because when you inject stem cells from the outside, the residence rates are wrong because they didn't get the message of where to go to. It's all artificial. So it doesn't know. So the brain, look, I injected stem cells in the heart. When patients had myocardial infarctions, I was here doing the study upstairs. And what was the residence rate? Residence rate is how many of the stem cells actually ended up in the muscle where I wanted it to stay and repair the heart. Less than 0.1%. Did the ejection fractions go up? No change in ejection fraction. So injecting stem cells from the outside does nothing for you. It was good to study stem cells, and it still is, for the reason that you need to harness nature's way of giving you stem cells. You want a stem cell transplant right now, you're going to fast. So cancer. I predict that in the next 5 to 10 years, there's going to be major cancer treatments associated with adjunctive fasting.
Most of the chronic ailments that people are suffering today in the world, the headquarters is in the stomach. Impurities gather over a period of time and you become dense both in body and head. It determines the way you think, feel, understand and experience life. See, you're a heart surgeon. You also fix engines. I also fix engines. How come you're paid 10 times more than me? So the doctor looked at him and said, try to fix the engine when it's running, let me see.
Today, February 1st, 2024, which is a Thursday, at 9:15 p.m. at night, I started my 3-day fast. I do this every February and August. So I will, after my Friday night meal, which was 9:15, I will not eat any solid food for the next 3 days, only water. I will drink. So no vitamins, no olive oil, no dinner, no nothing. For 3 days. I do this every year. It's really good for you. I got on the digital scale in my birthday suit right after the last meal at 9:15 p.m. and I was 230.8 pounds. So I'll do that again. I'll weigh myself again in my birthday suit right before my next meal on Sunday night, and in August of 2023, I lost 13 pounds. So I'll probably lose around that, not eating anything for 3 days. So today is day 1 of my 3-day fast in February 2024. And last night at 9:15 p.m. was the last solid meal I had for 3 days. Like right now, it's not too bad. It always seems this way the first day. It's the second and third day that are really rough. But I just try to think about something else. Today is day 2 of my February 2024 fast. I'm pretty hungry right now. It's 12:19 p.m. on the 3rd of February 2024. I'm able to do everything that I normally do when I eat regular food. What happens when you fast is your body switches over and starts burning fat for fuel. And I got plenty of that. So basically, I'm just really hungry. There are no other side effects. There's no pain. There's no nothing. And fasting is very good for you. Today is Sunday, February 4th, 2024. It's the 3rd and final day of my 3-day February fast. I've been able to do everything that I do usually every day. Ride the Peloton and drive, but I have not been taking vitamins or drinking olive oil. I have consumed nothing but my RO water for the past 3 days. And I'm crazy hungry right now. I always have a huge appetite, but right now especially, the 3rd day is always the worst. I'm really hungry right now. So tonight at 9:15 p.m. I'm going to break the fast. That's what they call it, breaking the fast, with shelled sunflower seeds.
If you do a 7-day water fast, the studies done in Boston at the university showed that your lifetime probability of getting cancer is reduced by more than 70%. Some studies even higher. Because the cells that are going to die off in the state of the fast are going to be your cancer cells. So, cancer. I predict that in the next 5 to 10 years, there's going to be major cancer treatments associated with adjunctive fasting.
I'm gonna be honest with you, fasting is the cure for everything.
That's hard. So what's the longest you fast for?
Like no food, just water,
yep,
liquids, like 42 days.
Look at the rewards I'm telling you about. You ought to diet at least one day where you don't eat anything, because it'll give you a sustained benefit for days, because your insulin sensitivity is going to be improved.